Rebels will get the opening kickoff. Manuel James will kick things off for Gork. Gork in the gold pants and green uniform tops with the gold helmets. The Rebels in the red pants, red jerseys, and the red helmets. Gork will kick right to left. And James gets us underway in the 105-pound championship game. Two 11-0 teams as that kickoff goes well inside the 20, picked up at the 11-yard line by Randy Neal, and Neal gets to about the 20-yard line. Good kickoff for the Wildcats as it puts the Rebels back at their own 20-yard line to start this 105-pound championship game. As I mentioned, the quarterback for the Rebels is Johnny Myers. We'll give you the starting lineup for the Rebels here in a second. Myers under center. Multiple offensive formations for the Rebels this year. Smith in motion. They hand it off to Smith, coming back to the near sideline, and Smith taken down at the 24-yard line. KK Smith, also known as Cavante Smith. Here's the offense for the Rebels, starting at quarterback Johnny Myers, Randy Neal and KK Smith, along with fullback Michael Johnson. Timmy Gonzalez, the center. Brady Morris, the left guard. Tim Speakman, the left tackle. Stephen Bryant, the left end. Jonathan Robinson, the right guard. Dwayne McGee, the right tackle. And Troy Davis, the right end. 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7 from the 23 for the Rebels. Neal in motion. They hand it off to Neal. Neal with some running room at the 25, and he's hit down there hard. Big stick there by the Gork defense. One-yard pickup for Neal. 3rd and 6 from the 24. Opening possession for the Rebels. Myers, number 19, the quarterback. I formation. And we have a Gork player that jumps too early. It'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Wildcats. Not good enough to give the Rebels a first down, but it'll definitely make this 3rd down a lot easier. So about a 3rd and 1 situation here for the Rebels. Rebels coached by Larry Waters in his 8th year with the organization. 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Second man through, it's Neal on the carry, and he's close to the first down. Number 24, Randy Neal. Ball will be marked right on the 30-yard line, and it's going to be close. And they're going to say he's going to come up just a little bit shy. So 4th and inches for the Rebels on their opening possession of the contest. Johnny Myers gets the word from the sideline now. Heads to his huddle for the first big play here in this contest. 4th and inches for the Rebels. Wishbone formation. Johnson's your fullback. Johnson doesn't get the handoff, and it's Gork football. So the Gork defense comes up with the stop. And Gork will take over in great field position at the 30-yard line of the Rebels. Number 4, Brandon Johnson, the quarterback for the Wildcats. Devontae Burke in motion. They hand it off inside number 24 on the carry. Pickup of 7 yards. It's up 2nd down and 3 at the 23. Burke in motion, far to near. Burke back to the far sideline. It's Burbrink again, inside the 20 for a first down. Ryan Burbrink with the first down carry. The offensive line, Adam McClanahan guards Charlie Gilmard, and Joey Blayton tackles Jimmy Judd and Eric Baldwin. Ends Mike Coombs and Mike Darwish. Running backs Devontae Burke, Ryan Burbrink, along with fullback James Manuel and quarterback Brandon Johnson. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Burke in motion, he gets the handoff, coming to the near side, cuts back in and picks up a couple yards. Nick Marshall on the stop for the Rebels. 4-yard pickup for the Wildcats, 2nd down and 6 at the 16. Gork's head coach is Nick Holston. Been with the organization for the last 4 seasons. Burbrink off the left side, keeping those feet moving down to the 12-yard line. A good pickup by Burbrink. They'll set up 3rd down and short. Gork knocking on the door on their initial possession of this contest. No score. 4:55 left to go in the first quarter. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Ball marked at the 12. Need to get just inside the 10 for a first down. Up the middle, it's Manuel taking it for a first down carry. Inside the 10-yard line. James Manuel picks up the first down at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal to go for the Wildcats. Johnson got the play from the sideline, brings it back into the huddle. 1st and goal to go. Devontae Burke, James Manuel, and Ryan Burbrink. And Burbrink with the carry down close to the goal line, and he got in. Touchdown for the Gork Wildcats. It's Ryan Burbrink from 8 yards out. And Gork takes an early 6-0 lead. So Gork gets the turnover on downs and takes it 30 yards for the score. 6-0 pending the extra point. Johnson hands it off to James Manuel, and Manuel churning for the goal line, and he gets the extra point. Gork takes the early 7-0 lead, 4:06 to go here in the first quarter. 30-yard scoring drive for the Wildcats after the Rebels were stopped on their initial possession of the contest. .406 left to go. First quarter, 8-yard touchdown run by Ryan Burbrink has given the Wildcats an early lead. Manuel tee it up at the 40-yard line. Last time he kicked it deep and pinned the Rebels deep in their own territory, which allowed Gork to get good field position after the defense came up with the stop on 4th down. Manuel, it's a good leg into that one. Angled towards the near sideline and will go out of bounds at the 28, and flag comes out. Heads up play there by Randy Neal. Let the ball go out of bounds. Rebels elect to make Gork kick the kickoff once again. Neal back deep on the near side. Smith back deep on the far side. So Manuel will tee it up now at the 35. The right foot into it, picked up at the 44-yard line by the Rebels, into Gork territory and brought down at the 47-yard line. On the return, Jonathan Robinson for the Rebels, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Gork 47. 3:58 to play first quarter. Wildcats lead it 7-0. Gork trying to make it back-to-back championships as their 95-pound team picked up the trophy in the previous contest. Myers under center, puts Neal in motion, hands it off to Neal. Neal sweeps it to the far sideline, lowers his shoulder down at the 41-yard line. 6-yard pickup for Randy Neal. Neal with over 200 yards rushing last week in the conference final. Brings up 2nd down and 4 from the 41. Gork defense not allowed to score all year long. Trying to come up with the stop here on 2nd and 4. Myers puts Neal in motion once again, fakes it to Neal. Hands it to the fullback, Johnson. Johnson's close to a 1st down for the Rebels. 1st down signified by the referee. 1st and 10 at the 37. A little bit of rain falling now during this 105-pound championship game. 1st and 10 at the 37. Smith in motion. They hand it to him as he sweeps it to the near side. KK Smith cuts back, avoids one tackler. Now down at the 30-yard line as he's pushed out of bounds by Burke. But a good pickup on 1st down by Cavante KK Smith. Ball marked at the 30-yard line. We're 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Both sides well represented here in the stands at Anne Arundel Community College. 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Myers calls out the signals, puts Smith in motion, fakes it to him, gives it to Neal on the counter, and Neal's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well played by the Gork defense. And Joey Mason in there for the stop. No gain. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. A long 4 with 1:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead it 7-0. Johnson, the fullback. The 2 halfbacks are Smith and Neal. 3rd down and a long 4. Good hard count by Myers. He hands it off to Neal. Neal off the left side for maybe a yard or 2. They'll bring up 4th down for the Rebels. Eric Baldwin in on the stop for the Wildcats. 4th down, 3 yards to go. Ball marked at the 30. The Rebels need just inside the 27 for a first. Once again in that wishbone formation. Double tight end. Myers will throw for the first time, fakes the pass, takes it up the middle, and picks up a couple yards. Looks like he's going to be shy by a yard. And Gork takes over on downs. So Myers did not see the receiver there, pulled it down, tried to run for the first down, and comes up just a yard shy. And Gork will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. .45 seconds left to play here. First quarter of the 105-pound championship game. Johnson looks over the defense. 2 men in the backfield. Burbrink in motion, far to near. Fakes it to him, and now it's Devontae Burke with some room to work with at the 45. At midfield, Burke into Rebels territory. KK Smith to bring him down at the Rebel 40-yard line. Big run by Devontae Burke, picking up 30 yards and a first down for the Wildcats. Good look at the Gork huddle there. And there Brandon Johnson comes in with the play from the sideline. 15 seconds left to go. First quarter, Gork marching already in front 7-0. Burke in motion, far to near. Fakes the handoff, gives it to Burbrink. Inside to the 35, down to the 34. 6-yard pickup by Burbrink. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. At the end of one, it's the Gork Wildcats 7 and the Rebels nothing. Seven-yard pickup by Burbrink on first down, makes it second down and short at the 33-yard line. 3 yards to go for a first down. Gork scored on their opening possession, 8-yard touchdown run by Burbrink. And now marching once again, second down, 3 yards to go. It's Burbrink again. Check that, James Manuel twisting and turning his way for a first down to the 27-yard line. Nice run by Manuel. Picks up about 6 and a first down. Just underway, second quarter, 7-0 Wildcats. First and 10 at the 27. Johnson hands it off to Burbrink off the left side of the 20, 15, down to the 10, 5, touchdown, Gork. 27-yard touchdown run by Ryan Burbrink, and it's 13-0 pending the extra point. Shotgun formation as Gork spreads it out. Johnson looking to run it here on the quarterback draw. Looking for the outside end zone, and he got it. Extra point is good. Nice athletic play by Brandon Johnson as Gork spreads the field and goes with the quarterback draw. It's now 14-0 Wildcats, just underway here in the second quarter. So Ryan Burbrink with 2 touchdown runs, 1 of 8 and 27 yards. And the 2-point conversion run. And now 14-0 Wildcats. Exactly the start the Wildcats were looking for. James Manuel once again will kick things off. Ball taken in at the 37-yard line. Hit hard down at the 45. The hit made by the kicker, James Manuel, as Aaron Stoner was brought down at the 45-yard line. First and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Rebels. Neal on the handoff as Manuel brings him down at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards. Second down and 7. .8:20 left to go. First half, 14-0 Gork in front. Myers, play action, looking to throw the football, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Sacked by the Wildcats. A whole host of defenders in on the play, including number 81, Adam McClanahan. Myers was able to get back to the line of scrimmage and brings up 3rd down and 8. Rebels need the Gork 45 for a first down. KK Smith in at quarterback this time for the Rebels. 21, Smith takes it up the middle, able to get some positive yards into Gork territory. A pickup of about 5, but it'll still leave him 4 yards shy of a first down. 4th down and 4 to go, as the Rebels switched things up and went to Smith in at quarterback. Rebels trying to keep the drive alive, 4th and 4. They'll keep KK Smith in at quarterback. Spread everybody out 3 wide to the right side. Smith will fire downfield, looking for Michael Johnson, but the pass is too far ahead of Johnson, and the Wildcats defense comes up with another stop on 4th down. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49. Wildcats lead at 14-0 and now have possession near midfield with 6:53 to go. Both these teams 11-0 coming into this contest. Burbrink in motion, near to far. They give it to Burke. Burke keeps those legs moving. Burke still moving the football forward down to the 46-yard line. Burke stopped at the line of scrimmage, but by sheer determination gets it down to the 46 and a pickup of 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Brandon Johnson getting the last words from assistant coach Brian Burbrink. And as he heads back into his huddle. Second down and 5 at the 46. Burbrink splits out wide to the near side. Shotgun formation. Johnson throwing it with that left hand, looking deep for Burbrink, and it is incomplete. In on the coverage for the Rebels was Stephen Bryant. Along with Troy Davis, 88. And it sets up third down and 5. .5:59 to go, second quarter. 14-0, Gork with the lead. Facing a 3rd and 5 situation. Burke, motion near to far. Trouble on the handoff, and Johnson has to go down. Good penetration there by the Rebels. KK Smith in the backfield to force a loss. Brings up 4th down and 6. And Gork is going to call a timeout to discuss their options here on 4th down. Last couple of plays seems like there's been a little confusion from the sidelines from quarterback Brandon Johnson. Had to go back to get his play call. And that time it was just a great defensive play by KK Smith, who shot the gap, got in the backfield, and brought down Johnson for a loss. So ball marked at the 48-yard line. Gork needs 7 yards to get to the 41 for a first down. Burke split out wide to the far side. Johnson once again in shotgun formation. Johnson looking to throw. Fires downfield looking for Burbrink, and he pulls it in at the 35-yard line. First down. What a throw by Brandon Johnson. Nice catch by Ryan Burbrink. And a first down for the Wildcats. Ball will be marked at the 33-yard line. A pickup of 16 yards and a first down. First and 10 at the 33. Johnson once again out of the shotgun. Handoff to Burke. Burke cuts it back inside at the 30. Burke down at the 28. Shoestring tackle there by KK Smith. Still a 5-yard pickup as we see some of the Gork offense using the spread offense here. Second down and 5. They'll keep Johnson in the shotgun. James Manuel slot left. Burbrink wide right to the near side. Johnson will take it himself. Looking for some running room at the 35 and brought down for a 2-yard loss at the 30-yard line. It's a third down and 7 for the Wildcats. That last play looked like a design run for Johnson. Third down, 7 yards to go. Ball marked at the 31-yard line. Manuel lined up directly behind Johnson. Burke's his wingman, and he gives it up to Burke. Burke still looking for some running room at the 25. Spun down there. Good pickup by Burke. Picks up 5 and sets up 4th and 2. Much more manageable situation here, 4th and short for the Wildcats. They lead it 14-0. 2 touchdown runs by Ryan Burbrink. One from 8 yards, one from 27 yards. Burbank also has an 18-yard reception for a first down. Rebels need a stop here, 4th down and 2. Johnson from the shotgun. Manuel the lone man in the backfield. High snap, Johnson pulls it in and looks for Manuel, knocked away nicely. Good play there by Aaron Stoner to get a hand up and knock the ball away. And the Rebels with a big 4th down stop. And they'll take over on downs with 3:23 left to play in the first half. First and 10 for the Rebels at the 25-yard line. Myers hands it off to Smith off the right side. Not much there. Modest gain of a yard for the Rebels. 2nd and 9. And the Wildcats decide to take their 2nd timeout here in the first half. Larry Waters, the head coach for the Rebels. For Gork, they're coached by Nick Holston. Second and 9 after the timeout. 3:08 to go. 2nd quarter. KK Smith once again under center as they spread it out. 4 wide. Check that 5 wide. And Smith tries to take it himself and was brought down in the backfield. Burbank along with Michael Coombs on the stop. No gain for the Rebels. Might have lost a little. Third down, 10 yards to go. .2:30 left to go here in the first half. Myers back to pass, under pressure and brought down for a sack. It's Burbank on the sack for the Wildcats. So Ryan Burbank with 2 touchdown runs and a couple of nice defensive plays on this series. And now it's 4th and about 17 for the Rebels with 2:05 left to play here in the first half. Once again, the Rebels will spread it 3 wide to the far side, 2 wide here to the near side. Smith quickly hits on the pass play at the 45 to midfield and brought down at the 40-yard line. So a big completion there. Myers hits KK Smith with a first down. 1:39 left to go. And on 4th and 17, the Rebels pick that up and a whole lot more into Gork territory at the 40-yard line, and the Rebels will call a timeout. .35-yard pickup on that play for the Rebels. And they get an opportunity to score here with 1:39 left to play as you see the scoreboard. First and 10 for the Rebels. Ball at the 40-yard line. Myers sets the offensive line. Now back to pass quickly to Michael Johnson. Johnson able to pick up a couple yards. if that. Clock runs, 1:25 left to go. And the Rebels use a timeout. 2nd down and 9 upcoming. Myers on the quick pass that time to Johnson. Second down and 9. 1:28 left to play here in the first half. Once again, quick pass. Stoner, the intended receiver. And Myers threw it a little too high. 3rd and 9 for the Rebels. There you see Myers getting the call from the sideline, bringing it back to his huddle. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. KK Smith lines up under center. 3 receivers to the far, 2 to the near. Smith fakes the pass and able to get it away with 3 guys around his legs. Really wasn't intended for any Rebel receiver, but a good job of getting the ball out of the pocket and not taking a loss. 4th and 9. 1:20 left to play. Fourth down, 9 yards to go. Rebels need the 30-yard line for a first. They hurry to the huddle. Myers quickly sets them. 4th down, 9 yards to go. Neal in motion. They hand it to him. Neal then gives it to KK Smith. Smith finds no room on the right. Now comes back from the near side. Nice stiff arm. Now looking for some running room. Slips. Now heads back to the far sideline. KK Smith is brought down at midfield, and the Gork defense stays strong and makes the play. In on the stop for the Wildcats. Number 55, TJ Holston. KK Smith tried it on the right side, came back to the left side, and then came back to the far sideline, and Holston was there to make the stop. Officials wind the clock, under a minute to play. Gork with the 14-point lead. Burke in motion, far to near, gets the handoff, cuts it back inside of the 45 to the 40. 35-30, Devontae Burke heading to the end zone. Touchdown, 50-yard touchdown run by Devontae Burke right before the end of the first half. Extra point attempt upcoming for the Wildcats. 50-yard touchdown run by Devontae Burke. Shotgun formation. Johnson will fire. Incomplete. Intended for Michael Darshus. But extra point no good, but Gork with the 20-0 lead with 37 seconds to play here in the first half. Manuel to kick things off here. 37 seconds left to go here in the first half. Gork in command, up 20-0. Smith picks it up at the 32-yard line. Tries to find some room on the outside now with a couple of blockers in front of him. 45, midfield. Smith, if he cuts back, might have a shot. He does at the 35-30, down to the 25-20. And right before the end of the first half, KK Smith strikes back for the Rebels. 60-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Flag with a player alongside of him down inside the 20-yard line. KK Smith goes 60 yards, but there's a flag down. Looks like the touchdown will stand. So this will make it a more difficult extra point for the Rebels, but the 60-yard kickoff return for a touchdown will count for KK Smith. Earl Summers was the shaken up player for the Wildcats. So 20-6 with 14 seconds. So 2 touchdowns here in the final 45 seconds of the first half. Extra point attempt will come from the 13-yard line. Myers puts Smith in motion. Fakes the handoff, will fire, looking towards the end zone, and it's intercepted by Brandon Johnson. The extra point is no good, so with 14 seconds left to go in the first half, it's now 20-6 in favor of the Gork Wildcats. But a huge touchdown by KK Smith on the 60-yard kickoff return after they fell behind 20-0. So a little momentum swings the Rebels' way before the end here of the first half. We've seen 2 touchdowns here in 30 seconds, so we still have 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Rebels will kick it off at their own 40-yard line. I'd like to thank all those who have helped us so far today. Bruce Abercrombie, Dave Lacombe, Sean P. O'Connor, Nate Lewis, Pete Medhurst. Johnson will kick it off at the 40-yard line. Johnson, line drive towards the far sideline. Picked up by Ryan Burbrink at the 32-yard line. Burbrink heads it back to the near side. Still looking for some room to run. Out to the 35. Burbrink still running. 45, midfield. Burbrink still on his feet, brought down at the Rebel 39. Nice return by Ryan Burbrink, and that'll do it for the first half. So at the end of the first half, it's the Gork Wildcats 20 and the Rebels 6.
What sports are offered? Who are the department employees, and who supervises the sports?
Well, the county offers a wide variety of sports based on the season. There are 3 sports supervisors in the county. Myself, Ron Mox, and Georgette Chaloup handle the youth sports, and John Spinnenweber and Jeff Porter do the adult sports. In the fall, we offer football, soccer, and field hockey. In the wintertime, we offer basketball and wrestling. In the spring, we offer lacrosse, baseball, and softball. And in the summertime, we offer, again, field hockey for the high school players, basketball for the high school players, and tennis lessons.
How would a parent register their child?
Well, you don't register with the county when you're signing your children up to play sports. You register them with your local youth community sports organization. Some examples of them throughout the county are the Edgewater Athletic Club, the Gambrills Odenton Rec Council, the Linthicum-Ferndale Youth Athletic Association, Greater Glen Burnie Junior Sports League. They have a wide variety of names, but all of them do hold registration for the children. You register your son or daughter with that organization, then they in turn enter teams into the county leagues.
How do you find out about these community programs?
The easiest way to find out about any of them is in your local newspapers. Just about every organization will advertise the programs, when they're holding the registration for those programs. You can also go onto our department's website for a resource link, which Franklin Cheney will talk about a little bit later.
When should they register?
Definitely don't wait until the sports season begins. If you wait until opening day of Oriole baseball in April, you're going to be way too late to sign up for your local community sports league. For instance, in baseball, they're going to be registering in January and February, so that's when you should be looking in your local newspapers for the registration times and locations. I'd also like to wish good luck to all the participants in today's football championship games. They've had a fine season this year, and I know that we'll see good sportsmanship out on the field all day long. Thank you.
Why do you think it's important for kids to participate in youth sports?
Sports prepare children in many ways for life's lessons. Not only does it keep someone healthy and physically fit, but there's a lot more lessons to be learned by participating in athletics. At one point in time when Napoleon was apparently going to be conquering the world and no one thought they could stop him, he met Lord Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo. Apparently, Wellington said the Battle of Waterloo was won on the fields of Eton. What he meant by that, I think, was that the British hierarchy went to a private school called Eton, and they had to play rugby, they had to play soccer, they had to participate in athletics. They learned a respect for one another. They learned a respect for discipline. They learned a respect for their opponents. They learned to work as a team. They learned to follow a leader. And when necessary, they learned to do something on their own. And that translates into life. It happened at the Battle of Waterloo. It's going to happen as these children go through high school, as they go to college, as they become parents. And what I'm talking about in life, let's talk about football, for example. Football is a sport not about not getting knocked down, it's about getting up after you've been knocked down. Because in life at some point you will get knocked down. It may be business, it may be a marriage, it may be a girlfriend that didn't go to the prom, and you got to stand back up and get back in the game, and that's what these kids learn.
Do you think competition is good for young athletes?
As long as it's kept in perspective. Unfortunately, we've had situations over the years where too much emphasis has been put on winning. What's important is participation. We like to say that the county programs, the SPF, Sun Protection Factor, everyone's familiar with that. We like to say our programs are SPF 100 plus, sportsmanship, participation, and fun. If the child's not having fun, forget it. Get them out of it. But one of the reasons they may not be having fun are the pressures that parents put on the kids, or maybe a coach. If that happens, we'd like to know about it. Participation, we have mandatory minimum participation in every sport. In football, it starts off even at, I believe it's a 65-pound league, like 7 years old or 6 years old. They have to play a minimum of half the game, no exceptions. As they progress, things become a little more competitive, but at the 75-pound, they have to play a minimum of a quarter of a game.
Is there a certain philosophy that Anne Arundel County Recreation and Parks has about youth sports?
Yeah, the philosophy is, I think, what I've just mentioned, participation and having fun. If I could boil it down, they would be the two. And out of that comes sportsmanship, and I believe in the long run that makes for better citizenship. I would hope that the young kids today who are probably like me, if infatuated with television, would spend a little more time watching programs like the one you're going to see with the playoffs and recreation league rather than professional sports. They watch good college sports. And while the emphasis certainly is to score and win, you'll always see a high degree of participation. And you know what I like? When somebody gets knocked down, a teammate runs over and gives them a hand and pulls them up. I had something happen with the Panthers, by the way. I have occasion to go around to the county with a lot of homecoming days in football. And I went over to the Panthers year before last. And Panthers, by the way, are up in the northern part of the county for those that may not know. And it was a 65-pound opening day against Maryland City. And they were at the Panthers field, and they had cheerleaders, and they had a sign, the paper that burst through, it's opening season, they come running through. They gathered around, made a lot of noise, and then they were supposed to go out and line up on the field so the officials could inspect their equipment, make sure everybody had a mouthpiece, make sure they had their regular shoes on. And I saw one kid who stayed on the sideline, he was crying. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I'm really nervous." 65 pounds, he was nervous. I said, "Man, I don't blame you. Everybody's nervous, but I'll tell you what, the minute somebody hits you or you hit somebody the first time, you're going to forget it." Well, with reluctance, he went out of line. Some of his teammates, a little embarrassed, kind of looking at him and then looked straight ahead. I mean, these kids are 6 and 7 years old. Watched him on the kickoff, really wasn't involved in too much of anything. A couple plays low, he was on the ground, got up, he ended up finishing the game. That, to me, is a brave individual. I give that kid all the credit in the world. And he's going to succeed in life because he overcame the fear that he had. He got in there. Maybe he was there because his father made him do it. I don't know. But I know he did it, and I know today he feels better because he did it.
All right, as rec administrator, what do you oversee here at the Anne Arundel County Parks?
A lot of people don't know at Recreation Parks we do a variety of programs. As the rec administrator for the department, we run over 30 child care centers before and after school at 30 elementary schools and a couple middle schools in the county. We run area programs at schools right after school throughout the county, gymnastics, aerobics, ballet, all those type of programs. We have 2 rec centers, the North County Rec Center and the South County Rec Center. We also run adult sports leagues. We have 3 major adult sports complexes, Joe Cannon Baseball Stadium, the Bachman Sports Complex, which has 6 softball fields, a multi-purpose field, and a very nice baseball field, and we have Randazzo Softball Park. That softball park has 3 fields. And additionally, also, we have the Arundel Olympic Swim Center, which is in Annapolis, and that has a very nice Olympic-sized swim center that's open, over 100 hours a week. So a lot of people don't realize we do sports leagues and sports programs, but there's a lot of other activities that we do at the department as well.
For those people that don't realize that, where do they go to find out information about those activities?
Yes, thank you very much for asking. We have a very good website. It's, I guess I'm on the it's www.aacounty.org/rec-and-parks. You can go on that website and you can see all our type of activities. You can download our program guide, and you can sign up. We can register for many of our programs online, and it's a very customer-friendly service. For the teams that are playing today, good luck. Remember, sportsmanship comes first, but we hope you enjoyed the game and enjoyed the activity and the service that we all provided.
Well, it got started back in 1968. A bunch of guys come together to try to teach football through the fellowship of the county, to bring people together.
Now, how many organizations are involved in?
Right now we're running 22 different organizations. We have 170 football teams.
Now, does each organization have a say on the rules and the procedures for the Youth Football Association?
Yes, we have an executive committee which I'm the president of. We have a vice president and 7 commissioners. Then we have each commissioner represents their organization, and in the spring we vote on anything like new amendments coming in, and everybody has a say in the vote.
Now, how, if somebody wanted to get involved in the Youth Football Association, how would they get involved?
I would suggest they call County Parks and Recs and find out what organization they live in and call the commissioner. Everybody's got their numbers and everything.
Now, the years you've been involved with youth football, have you seen the level of play over the last few years rise since you first got involved?
Oh, definitely, yeah. The kids are a lot better, a lot faster. Weights seem to always change around. Everybody's not satisfied with the weights, but we're pretty right on line with the doctors and everything, what the weight should be. We changed 3 years ago. We went from weighing the child every game to now we do the index card, and we only do that once a year in the weigh-ins.
Anything you want to wish the people or the teams?
Oh, yeah. I like to tell everybody good luck come Saturday. We're having the championship games at the college, Anne Arundel Community College. Start at 9 o'clock, and we'll probably be done about 10 o'clock at night. Good food. Come on out. It's a free invite. You don't have to pay. Enjoy yourselves and watch the real kids play.
(20-6) the scores. We get ready to start the second half. Gork in front of the Rebels in the 105-pound championship game here at Anne Arundel Community College. Gork will get the ball first to start the second half. Gork led 14-0 late in the first half, about 45 seconds left to go. And then they scored on a big touchdown run by Devontae Burke, 50 yards. And then on the ensuing kickoff, KK Smith went 60 yards to make it a 20-6 score. Johnson tees it up at the 40-yard line. Bounces at the 42, picked up at the 40, now to the 45, and up towards the 49. TJ Holston on the return for the Wildcats. Return of about 8 yards. And 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 49-yard line as we start the second half. The scores in the first half: Ryan Berberink, 8-yard touchdown run. Followed that up by a 27-yard touchdown run. Then Burke's 50-yard run made it 20-0. And then KK Smith went 60 yards for the ensuing kickoff for the touchdown. 12 men on the field for the Rebels. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st and 5 for the Gork Wildcats at the 46 of the Rebels. Burke in motion, near to far, fakes it to him, gives it to Burbrink. Burbrink at the 40, down to the 38. 1st down for the Wildcats. A pickup of 8 yards. And the Wildcats move those chains on the opening possession. 1st and 10 at the 38. James Manuel directly lined up behind Johnson. Burbrink in motion. They fake it to him. Ball loose on the field, and the Rebels come up with the turnover. Johnson couldn't get it to Burbrink, and the fumble is picked up by Randy Neal, and the Rebels take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And a break for the Rebels as Gork turns it over in great field position. The Rebels, if they can get a score here, right back in this contest. Myers gives it to Neal, and Neal had trouble with his footing there, and he slides down for no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Myers, number 19, looks over to the defense. Power I formation, strong side, the left side of the formation. It's KK Smith trying to bounce it outside. He's got some room at the 45. KK Smith across midfield for a first down for the Rebels. A pickup of 12 yards, and the Rebels now in Gork territory. Good strong run there by KK Smith. First and 10 at the Wildcats 49. Referees wind the clock with 7:50 to go here in the third quarter. Wishbone formation, 2 tight ends for the Rebels. Myers hands it off to the fullback. Off the left side. Number 32, Brady Morris on the carry. Pickup of 2 yards, 2nd and 8 at the 47. Myers quickly hits the completion there to Aaron Stoner, and Stoner picks up the first down at the 33-yard line. A 14-yard completion, Myers to Stoner. And here come the Rebels after trailing 20-0. They scored before the end of the half and now marching after the Gork turnover. And the Wildcats will take a timeout here to try to stem the tide here as the momentum has swung in the favor of the Rebels. Driving, trailing 20-6. Wildcats defense sets themselves, and now the Rebels join them at the line of scrimmage, which is the 38-yard line. First and 10 after the completion to Stoner. Neal off the left side, inside the 30, down to the 29. Neal picks up 4 yards. 2nd and 6 at the 29. Six and a half to go, third quarter. Myers hands it off to KK Smith. Smith down at the 25-yard line. Smith finding some room off the left side. Good pickup on second down. Will bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 at the 25. McClanahan checks back in for the Wildcats. 5:40 to go, 3rd and 2. Wildcats led 20-0. Rebels made it a 26-ball game. Are now driving here in the third quarter. Inside handoff, nothing there for the Rebels. It was Morris on the counter, and he loses a yard, and now it's 4th and 3. Big play here in this contest. 4th down and 3 at the 26-yard line. Power I formation for Myers and the Rebels. 4th down, 3 yards to go. Under 5 minutes to play, third quarter, 20-6. It's Morris, the fullback, and a first down. Check that. That's KK Smith, number 21, picking up the first down. And the Rebels have had some success off the left side here on this drive. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Wishbone formation, first and 10 at the 20-yard line. 4.5 to go. And Myers and Smith run into each other in the backfield. See there, Smith a little slow to get up. And a 1-yard pickup. Second down and 9. Rebels driving, trailing 20-6. Already converted on one huge fourth down. They'll send 3 receivers to the far side. Myers under center. He'll quickly fire it to KK Smith. Smith ducks under at the 15. Now tries to drive forward. And KK Smith gets to the 15-yard line. It'll pick up 4 yards. It'll bring up third down and 5. Third and 5 at the 15-yard line. 3.5 to go. Myers, wishbone formation behind him. They'll pitch it to Smith. Smith looking for some running room, coming back to the near side. Smith falls down at the 16 and loses a yard. Fourth down and 6. So facing another crucial fourth down are the Rebels. 3 minutes left to go. 20-6 the score. Gork in front. Time running down for the Rebels. Looking to convert on 4th and 6. Johnson, Neal, and Smith in the backfield. 4th and 6. Needs to get just inside the 10-yard line. Sweep it to the left of Randy Neal, and he's not going to make it. The Gork defense stands tall, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Gork will take over on downs, first and 10 with 2:35 left to go. Ball just inside the 15-yard line. Gork's first drive of the second half ended in a turnover. Johnson on the handoff inside to Ryan Berberink. Berberink to the 19-yard line, a 4-yard pickup, second down and 6. Johnson heads back to the huddle. Second and 6. Berberink on the handoff up the middle. Check that. That's James Manuel. Manuel, number 56, gets a first down past the 25 up to the 29-yard line. 10-yard pickup and a first down for the Wildcats. Berberink in motion, far to near, gets the handoff, and he's going to be brought down for a little bit of a loss. Randy Neal in on the stop, along with Nick Marshall. Loss of 1 on the play, second and 11. One minute left to go, third quarter. KK Smith blitzing on the play, and the handoff, not much there. Burbank stopped for no gain. Might have been pushed back for another yard loss. We'll mark it back at the 26, 2-yard loss there. 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Third down and 13 yards to go. .15 seconds left to go, third quarter. Third down, 13 for the Wildcats. Everybody up at the line of scrimmage ready to go for the Rebels. KK Smith was ready to cross the line, but it looked like one of the Wildcats jumped a little early. False start on the Wildcats. It's a 5-yard penalty. Mark it back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind the clock, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. At the end of 3, in the 105-pound championship game, it's the Gork Wildcats 20 and the Rebels 6. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Third down and long for the Gork Wildcats. Johnson throws it up for grabs, and Burbank triple covered on that play. Cannot pull it in. So now 4th and 19 for the Gork Wildcats. Good chance if the Rebels stop them on 4th down, they'll pick up good field position as they trail by 2 scores. Fourth and 20. Johnson in punt formation, and he'll get it off. Angled toward the near side, takes a Rebels bounce, and he'll be down at the 23-yard line. Actually, check that. They'll pick up about 7 yards on the punt. So 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the 23. Myers. Morris as the fullback. Neal and Smith as the halfbacks, and up the middle goes Morris, and Morris down to the 19-yard line. Three-yard pickup for Brady Morris. 2nd and 7 at the 19. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Rebels trail by 2 scores. Need to score in this drive. Neal slot right. Run receiver to the far sideline. Smith in motion. They hand it to KK Smith. Smith looking for some running room. At the 15, at the 10, KK Smith for the end zone. And the touchdown, KK Smith from 19 yards out. And it's now 20-12, extra point pending. Second touchdown this afternoon for KK Smith. He had a 60-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And now he goes 19 yards to make it 20-12, and now a big extra point attempt upcoming for the Rebels. Myers puts a man in motion. They give it to Smith up the middle, and KK Smith gets in for the extra point. So the conversion is good, and with 8:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter, it's 20-13. The Rebels, who once trailed 20-0, now trail by just a score. The 105-pound championship game has gotten interesting here. After the Rebels trailed 20-0, they fought back. A couple touchdowns by KK Smith have pulled the Rebels within a score. Gork came into this game not allowing a point all year long. They surrendered 13, but they still have the advantage. Michael Johnson will tee it up at the 40. Fans on both sides rally to attention. Johnson's ready. He gets his right foot into it. Line drive off one of the Gork players. That's a live football, and the Rebels have it. The Rebels recover it. Recovered by KK Smith, who's done just about everything today for the Rebels. 2 touchdown runs, and now recovers the kickoff to put the Rebels in play here at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. At one point trailing 20-0. They're now within a score, driving with the football at the 43-yard line. And we have an official's timeout. Check that, we have a Gork timeout. The coaching staff wonders who called the timeout. But timeout was called by the Wildcats, so 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the 43-yard line of the Wildcats. .8:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage to the 43, 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Myers at quarterback, hands it off to Neal. Randy Neal down to the 40-yard line, a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Myers hands it off to KK Smith. Nothing there. Twisted down by Joey Mason. And 3rd down and long upcoming. Devontae Burke also in on the stop. Third and 7 for the Rebels. Big play in this contest with 7 minutes left to go. 3rd and 7 for the Rebels. Myers sets up the offense. 2 slot backs. Now Stoner comes wide to the near side. They put Neal in motion. Flags fly. And that penalty is going to be on the Rebels. Legal formation on the Rebels that time. Ball marked back at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 13. They need the 32 for a first down. Stoner wide to the near side. Myers puts Neal in motion. Myers will fire. He's got a man. Complete. KK Smith for the touchdown. 44 yards. And it's now 20-19. And an extra point away from tying things up after the 49-yard completion. Myers hits KK Smith his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. The Rebels trailed at one point, 20-0, and now they're an extra point away from tying things up. Myers sets the offense. Big play here. Myers hands it off to Neal, and he stopped short. Extra point, no good. And Gork still in front, 20-19. .6:21 left to go here in the 4th quarter. 19 unanswered by the Rebels, but they trail by a point. Last kickoff was recovered by the Rebels. Went off a couple of Gork players, and KK Smith was able to recover it. KK Smith, a 60-yard kickoff return, a 19-yard touchdown run, and a 49-yard catch for a touchdown. Michael Johnson tees it up at the 40. Johnson gets his right leg into it, pops it high up in the air, pulled in at the 37-yard line. Devontae Burke on the return, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. 31 Gonzalez, 22 Marshall in on the stop for the Rebels. Gork trying to run down the clock and get some points here. 4th quarter, 6:11 left to play. Shotgun formation. Johnson hands it off to Burke. Burke coming back to the near side. Stoner has a shot at him. Can't get him and knocks him out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Number 88, Troy Davis on the tackle. Burke picks up 3, 2nd and 7 at the 43. Second and 7 at the 43. 5:45 left to go. Fourth quarter. Gork leads the Rebels 20-19 in the 105-pound championship game. Burke in motion, far to near. Johnson hands it off to Burbrink. Burbrink across midfield at the 45, and it takes 3 guys to bring him down at the 40-yard line. First down for the Wildcats. 16-yard pickup for Ryan Burbrink, and a first down for the Wildcats. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. 5:25 to go, fourth quarter. Gork driving, leading 20-19. Rebels need the ball back. It's Devontae Burke. Burke at the 35 to the 30. Burke down to the 25 and a 15-yard pickup and a first down for the Wildcats. 2 big first downs for Gork. First and 10 inside the 25 at the 24. Referees wind that clock. Gork driving, trying to put the game out of reach for the Rebels. 5 minutes to go. Johnson hands it off to Burke. Burke, not much room. Morrison on the stop for the Rebels. 32, Brady Morris on the tackle. 1-yard pickup by Devontae Burke. Second down and 9, 4:40 to go. Rebels need a stop here. Burke in motion, far to near. They fake it to him, give it to Burbrink, and Burbrink down at the 20-yard line. 3-yard pickup by Ryan Burbrink. And it's third down and 6. Clock moving down. Rain starts to fall. Under 4 minutes to play. It's Devontae Burke looking for some running room. Cut it to the outside and brought down at the 17. 3-yard pickup. And now it's fourth down. Three and a half minutes left to go. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. Gork needs inside the 15 for a first down. Burke hands it. Burbrink off the left side, and he did not get it. The Rebels defense stands tall as Ryan Burbrink was brought down. And the Rebels will take over on downs. 3:05 and the clock running. Left to play in this one. Rebels need a touchdown. Neal in motion. They hand it to Neal. Neal towards the near sideline, brought down. Great tackle there. Made by number 44, Joey Mason for the Wildcats. And Gork takes a timeout here with 2:39 to play. So Gork with the lead. With 2:38 left, calls a timeout on second down and 9 upcoming for the Rebels. Ball marked at the 23-yard line. Second down and 8. Number 19, Johnny Myers, the quarterback. Wishbone formation in the backfield. Not much there. In on the stop is Devontae Burke. KK Smith, no gain. Timeout called by the Rebels with 2:29 left to play. Third and 9 upcoming for the Rebels. Wishbone formation in the backfield. Johnson's your fullback. Neal, halfback on the right side. KK Smith on the left side. They pitch it to KK Smith. KK Smith looking for some running room, but finds none. Nothing but green jerseys there to bring him down. Abraham Shrivner in on the stop, and now it's fourth down for the Rebels. This might be fourth in the ball game here. 12 yards to go. They need the 27 for a first down. Ball marked it right near the 15-yard line. .220 left to go. 20-19 Gork with the lead here in the 105-pound championship game here at Arundel Community College. So here we go, fourth down and 12. Myers in a lot of trouble. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. And that should cinch the victory for the Gork Wildcats. Gork takes over. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. 1:45 left to go. Ryan Burbank off the left side for a couple of yards. And Gork more than happy to just let this clock wind down. The Rebels use their final timeout. Rebels need a turnover. Hopefully we'll have head football coach Nick Holson after this game if Gork is able to hold on to the victory. (20-19), second down, 8 yards to go. Rebels out of timeouts. 1:36 left to go. Wildcats hold a 1-point advantage. Up the middle. Not much there. James Manuel picks up a yard. 1:15 and left to go. Third down, 8 yards to go. Johnson hands it off to Ryan Burbrink. Burbrink lowering his shoulder off the left side. Picks up 3 yards. That'll bring up 4th down with 45 seconds left to go. Gork can get a first down without getting in the end zone. They'll let the clock run down as much as possible here. And if the Rebels do get a stop here, they should have about 10 seconds left to run a play. 4th down, 5 yards to go. Johnson hands it off to Burke. Burke escapes one tackler in the backfield, but it's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. And the Rebels will get 14 seconds left to play to run a couple plays here to try to get the winning score. KK Smith, the injured Rebel, on the field, and what an afternoon for this young man. For KK Smith, a 60-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He also had a 19-yard touchdown run and a 49-yard reception for a touchdown. And KK Smith helped up. Ball will be marked at the 9-yard line. 91 yards to go and 15 seconds for the Rebels. They need one big play here. So it comes down to this. 14 seconds left to go and 91 yards for the Rebels. And heads up play there to get KK Smith in for the final play as they just down the ball. Smith, who was, they stopped play for him, had to come off for one play. So here we go. They had to restart the clock because originally they started to run it down. So it should be about 12 seconds. Right now it reads 11 seconds. .91 yards to go. 13 seconds left in this contest. KK Smith will fire it down the field, and it's incomplete. Intended for Randy Neal, who had a step on his defender. So 9 seconds left. That time KK Smith took the snap as quarterback. So a chance for a couple more plays for the Rebels. They trail by a point, 20-19, with 9 seconds left to go, but 91 yards ahead of them. Devontae Burke, the deep man for the Wildcats, standing at his 25-yard line. Neal hands it off to KK Smith, breaks a couple tackles. KK Smith cuts it back to the inside and is brought down as time expires on the 105-pound championship game. The winner, the Gork Wildcats, hold on 20-19 after taking a 20-0 lead. The Rebels fought back hard valiantly and got it within a point, and the Gork Wildcats hold on to a 20-19 victory. For the Wildcats, they pick up another championship for their organization. And Nick Holston, who became the head coach this season, will raise a championship for Gork. The Wildcats will finish the season 12-0. The Rebels fall to 11-1 on the day. Ryan Burbrink with 2 touchdown runs, one of 8 yards, one of 27 yards. Devontae Burke had the other score, a 50-yard touchdown run. For the Rebels, it was KK Smith, his 3 touchdowns today. A 60-yard kickoff return, 19-yard touchdown run, and a 49-yard reception for the score. But it was the Gork defense stepping up when they needed to and holding on to a 1-point victory, 20-19. As you see the Gork faithful out on the field, congratulating their youngsters on a victory. As soon as we can get to Nick Holston, we will. Let's go down to Dave Lacombe, who's got Nick Holston with him to talk about this victory.
It was cut to 20-19. I told that defense just keep fighting hard like we fought all year. And they stepped up big in the end. They made it all happen. But I want to say one thing. 85, 95, 105, representing the county championship, baby. Congratulations, Coach.
All right, let's thank Dave Lacombe and head football coach Nick Holston for letting us talk to us in the final seconds. Once again, 2019, the final score. Gork is the 105-pound champion.